Some people walk into a room and already know something is wrong before a single word is spoken. They feel a shift in a relationship before the conversation happens. They read people with an accuracy that sometimes unsettles even themselves. Most people will hear that and call it overthinking. It's not. It's something else, something built, not given. Psychologists don't have a clean word for it, but we can call it this: traumatic intelligence. It's not a gift you were born with. It's a way of thinking your mind developed under pressure, because at some point, noticing everything wasn't optional. It was survival. And if that feels uncomfortably specific, stay with me. You read people with an accuracy that borders on unfair. Not like a trick, not something you perform. It just happens. Someone walks in, and before they speak, you already notice something is off. A forced smile, a slight tension in their posture, a tone that doesn't match their words. And here's the part that's hard to explain. You're usually right. Not always, but enough that people have probably told you. You're overthinking. But you weren't overthinking. You were noticing patterns early. When you grow up in an emotionally unpredictable environment, where moods shift without warning, your brain doesn't stay passive. It adapts. It becomes highly attuned to subtle changes most people never learn to see. Psychologists call this hypervigilance. It was a survival skill. The problem is it never really turns off. You understood things emotionally long before you could explain them logically. You knew something was wrong before there was proof. You felt a friendship fading, while everything still looked normal on the surface. And when you tried to explain it, people didn't get it. Because you didn't have evidence. You just had a feeling. But that feeling kept being right. This isn't random intuition. Trauma research shows that intense emotional experiences are stored in the body in ways that bypass language. Your nervous system processes information faster than your conscious mind can explain it. So you feel the answer before you can defend it. What looks irrational to other people is actually a different kind of intelligence. Faster, quieter, and much harder to ignore. You can hold contradictions that most people can't. You understand that someone can love you and still hurt you. That a situation can feel safe and unsafe at the same time. That people are not simple. And you stopped expecting them to be. Most people need clear answers. Who's right? Who's wrong? What it all means. You learned early that life doesn't work like that. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people will never fully understand this. Not because they're incapable, but because they never had to. When you grow up in an environment where things don't make sense, your mind adapts by becoming more flexible, more complex, more capable of holding uncertainty. It doesn't make life easier, but it does make you see things others miss. You self-sabotage right when things start to go well. This is the part people don't like to admit. You get close to something good, a relationship, an opportunity, a version of your life that actually feels right. And then something shifts. You pull back. You overreact. You create distance. Or you leave before there's even a reason to. And afterward, it doesn't even fully make sense to you. This is what happens when your nervous system isn't used to stability. If chaos was normal, then calm can feel suspicious. If things used to fall apart, your mind learns to expect that they will again. So it tries to protect you, even when there's nothing to protect you from. You are deeply self-aware, and it still doesn't always change your behavior. You understand your patterns. You can trace them back. You can explain exactly why you react the way you do. And then you still do it. That gap between knowing and changing is one of the most frustrating parts of this. Because awareness feels like it should be enough. But it isn't. Because your brain didn't learn these patterns through logic. It learned them through experience. And it only unlearns them the same way. Slowly. Repeatedly. In situations that feel different enough, safe enough, long enough for your body to believe something has actually changed. And here's the part people don't say enough. This doesn't mean your intelligence is useless. It means you developed it under conditions most people never had to face. The way you think, the way you notice, the way you understand things. It came at a cost, but it also made you someone who sees what others don't. If this felt accurate in a way that's hard to ignore, that's worth paying attention to. Most people won't relate to this, but the ones who do usually feel it immediately. And if you're one of them, just know this. These patterns aren't permanent, but understanding them is where it starts.